Hi, if you are preparing for any of the competitive exams that test your general aptitude, particularly your critical reasoning or your verbal reasoning skills, then you cannot ignore inferences. What are inferences? Have you ever encountered a situation wherein you were, let's say, having fries or cake or anything like that, and somebody looked at you longingly and asked you, are you going to finish those fries or that particular thing? And you thought that perhaps that person wanted to have those fries or whatever thing you were having. That was an inference that you made out of the question that the other guy asked you. The other person did not say explicitly that he or she wanted to have that thing, but you understood, right? Did you assume? No. There was an evidence or there was a supporting statement, there was a clue to you, and that's how you inferred. So that's inference. I can give you another example. Suppose your brother or your friend, let's say that person goes out to play beach volleyball. And suppose if there is a weather warning that it is going to rain. So what will you infer? What will you conclude? Will you not conclude that your brother or that friend or whomsoever has gone to play beach volleyball will get wet? Right or wrong? That is what inference is. So in this video, let's understand a thing or two about inferences. Trust me, that is going to be very, very useful to you when you deal with inference-based questions in your verbal reasoning skills or in your critical reasoning skills. So let's first learn how to identify inference-based questions. You may get different kinds of question steps. I'll just mention a couple of them. You may encounter a stem like, based on the information given in the passage, which of the following must be true? So this is one of the most common types, which is kind of an indirect question, but must be true questions are basically inference-based questions. You may get another type. For example, you may be asked a direct question, as in, which of the following statement can be inferred from the given passage? That's a direct inference-based question. Similarly, you can get one more type of question stem, that is, which of the following inferences do the given statements best support? So these are the kind of question stems that you may encounter on your test. If you do, understand that it is an inference-based question. So let's see how we approach inference-based questions. I'll give you 5 pointers to handle this. Pointer number 1, do not assume anything. Of course, you need to make common sense assumptions. Okay? So apart from common sense assumptions, do not assume anything. That is what I mean. Do not speculate what the author may or may not have done or thought. That is, do not read the author's mind. Point number 2, the inference must be derived logically from the information given in the passage. Point number 3, note that infer means must be true. That is what I referred to in the previous discussion. Look for evidence in the passage that supports the correct answer choice. So you will invariably find some evidence or some proof of the inference in the passage. You have to locate that. It may not be explicit, it may be implicit, but the proof will 100% be there. Point number 4, do not bring in information from outside the passage. Such information will be out of scope. So please do not use any information that you may already have about the subject or the topic unless it is explicitly mentioned in the passage. And point number 5, use the elimination technique. Sometimes the options will be pretty close. You need to select the best option from the given option. So these were my 5 pointers on how to approach inference-based questions. Now let us see further. Let's take a simplistic real-life example to understand what inference actually means. So let's take the example of an organization. For example, if this organization hires freshers and it trains these freshers on lateral thinking skills by administering certain case studies to them which require lateral thinking skills for solutions. The leadership team of this organization believes that training the new hires on lateral thinking skills will help them come out with innovative solutions to real-life business problems when they actually face such problems in the business or in their working. So what is the inference that we can draw out of this? Do we infer that the new hires were not able to come out with innovative business solutions, and that is why they were trained by the organization so that They are able to come out with innovative business solutions when they actually face the situations in the future. Is that the inference? Can we draw that? No. Nowhere is it hinted that they were unable to do so or that they did not have the skill to come out with innovative business solutions. What can safely be drawn from the given data is that the skills that are required for solving case studies that require lateral thinking skills for solutions are exactly the same as that for developing innovative business solutions in real life business situations. That is the inference that can be safely drawn. So here it is important to spot the evidence for the inference. For the inference, you will always find evidence or supporting statements in the passage. So with that, we conclude this brief discussion on inferences. Please do comment on what you think about the topic. And if you need further clarity on this, please do comment. I'll be happy to come out with another video elucidating this point even further. If you want, you can always join our courses if you want to prepare for competitive exams that test your verbal reasoning skills or quantitative reasoning skills, or for that matter, logical reasoning skills. We'll be more than happy to help you. See you in the next video very soon. Happy learning. Take care.